Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the last video for Vlogmas. It's not going to be a vlog because I want to wrap up the year. So today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some things that I've learned this year and things that I plan to do next year. And I hope this serves as a form of inspiration for you as a business owner. So let's get into the video. So before we start, if you're new here, my name is theshebaham, and on this channel I share my journey as an entrepreneur with you guys. Basically things that I've learned so far as an entrepreneur I share with you, and also to give you guys some tips and tricks here and there on how to start and run a business. So with that being said, if you like this content, definitely consider subscribing, watching to the end also so you can learn something today, and also share this video to your friends and family so you can also benefit from this value that I'm dishing out here. So the first lesson that I've learned this year is to take branding and marketing seriously. And this one is not even just, okay, the branding part, yes, I've already known that one for a long time, but the marketing part was like a hit for me, because when I started, ever since I started my business, I just never really took marketing seriously. I don't know why. Maybe because I just didn't have the funds needed for marketing, but now I'm starting to like sort of understand more of marketing and sort of know the importance of marketing, which is why I'm going to be sharing a lot of this next year. So things like storytelling, copywriting, marketing strategies, and all of that I'm going to be sharing, and also testing out a lot of all the things I've learned this year next year. Marketing is very, very important for your business, because that's actually what puts your products in front of potential customers, and consistently talking about your product to people, and so consistently giving value and even free offers will also encourage to build a community around your business. That's something that I've learned. Branding as well is very, very important, because branding is also very important and goes hand in hand with marketing, because if you do not have your brand, packaged and all of that, you would basically not attract people, because people will be like, who are these people, who are these scams, things like that. So branding is actually very important to paint a perception of your business in the eyes of potential customers. So these are things that I've basically learned this year, and I'm going to be implementing next year. So for Ashaya, I'm going to be launching a collection, hopefully by God's grace. Because I'm this close to getting someone to invest in the collection that I want to launch next year. I've already designed it, I've spoken to people about it, I've already gotten a fashion factory that I had issues with, that I had to pause on Ashaya because of the production. Now I've been able to solve that a little bit. So the process is going to start from January, and I'm going to also see and by God's grace next year I will launch the collection. I'm going to be practicing a lot of marketing strategies that I've learned this year, next year on that particular collection. And I'm also going to be doing a rebrand of Ashaya. So a lot of things are going to be new and refined. I've also learned about inbound and outbound marketing, which is actually very, very important. It can help you a lot when you're rendering services. So you know that, okay, yes, I'm not just doing my outbound marketing where I just market to the public. I also talk to people one-on-one, actually go after clients. I'm also actually trying that a lot next year, which is something that I learned, and I learned some strategies on how to do that. So a lot of content is going to be coming up next year when I've actually tested and these things have actually worked for me. I'm going to come on here and share those strategies with you guys as well. So there's something else that I actually stopped doing this year. So my 2020 was when I actually started all this social media, talking about my brand, my business. I started really focusing on promoting my stuff. That was when I took it more seriously in 2020, because I already started in 2018 in university rather. So but 2020 was my most serious year. I started around April, so I really took it seriously, and I had so much traffic. I was able to get my followership up to 1,000 followers on Instagram, and that was when I started YouTube, and it wasn't really booming like that, but then the progress was so good. There was a consistent progress and there was consistency. This 2021 has just been up and down for me, and honestly I'm not actually proud of that, but it's something that actually happens to everybody, and honestly I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. Okay, I'm just saying it as a chance for me to improve very well next year. So I've already started working towards making sure that I have consistency in my content, consistency in launching products for my businesses, because that was something that a lot of people were always saying, and then they were like, Shiba is doing this, Shiba is doing that. They were really appreciative. They would send me DMs, tell me that I'm really doing a good job and all things like that. But then now everything has just died down. It's there's no drive, there's no vibe anymore. So I'm just going to get that drive back that I had in 2020 back into 2022. Another thing that I've learned is networking. So So like I recently sponsored an event called Creative Out. The vlog is actually up on my channel. You guys can check it in the cards or in the description below. I launched that, I sponsored that particular event, and the amount of people that I met there and the amount of things that they exposed me to was actually quite good. You know, from what I'm actually used to, it's actually quite impressive. Events actually do help a lot in business when it comes to networking and basically just putting yourself out there, so people can actually see that you are actively doing things for yourself and for your business. Kind of encourages other people as well. So I'm going to do a lot more of that in 2022. Hopefully I find a lot more events to go to, because I can't just go for any event. It has to be like something that's in line with what my values are, and also stuff that will actually push me forward. So something that I learned this year was making yourself an expert in one thing, and then after you have been established to an extent, you can now start to do other things. So like the reason why I'm saying this is because I have a lot of talent and skills. I'm not even being proud right now. There are a lot of things that I can actually do, and as the kind of person that I am, I always want to do everything that I can to be able to get to where I want to be. So I'm always active on doing everything at the same time. So I had that issue with my content creation and my social media platforms. I wasn't seeing the amount of engagement as that tight community that I really wanted, or that I really want, because I haven't really gotten that yet. But like, I mean, I appreciate you guys here, but like, I want to see on that very tight community. So I did pay for I won't say it's a course or a course session. It was just something that Salem King did on Instagram. So I paid for it, and then he made mention of something in that particular 1 week program, which is actually one major thing that solved like all my problems. Because I really wanted to do fashion, product photography, business on the same accounts, which actually isn't even supportive with when it comes to the Instagram algorithm, because Instagram algorithm actually helps push stuff that you consistently do. So I kind of do doing here and there. Like I wasn't comfortable with that, and I was trying to find a way of how I can combine them together, but it wasn't just working out. So he made that mention of do one thing first, become an expert at this, and whenever you do any other thing, everybody just follows suit. Like it's just natural. It happens to every other celebrity so far that exists today, or every other YouTuber or social media personnel that exists today. So that's something that I've learned today. Even in terms of your business, make sure you actually launch your products first and perfect it before launching another, things like that, because that will just help you to focus and put all your energy into one thing. So starting from next year, I'm going to be focusing on putting out just business content, because I weighed the options. Fashion content is expensive, and I have my businesses to take care of, and I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of money on clothes. I don't think I've reached that. I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm going to be doing more of business content and sharing values on business, anything that has to do with business or making money as an entrepreneur lifestyle vlogs, entrepreneur vlogs, and things like that. Basically business and personal content. Basically the vlogs. So that's basically what I've learned this year from Saturday. Another thing would be to share your ideas everywhere. So the reason why I'm saying this is because a friend of mine came to visit one time, and I was like, let me just show him some of my designs and everything. And I showed it to him, and I was like, this is very nice. Why have I not done anything about it? I was like, that the capital needed is actually quite huge, and like I have a lot of things going on, and like to fund it and everything. So I was like, that he can invest and everything. And honestly, I was just thinking about how many opportunities I've had to talk about everything I wanted to do for Ashoria, and I just didn't talk about it. So that's another thing. Always talk about your business ideas, or not just start telling anybody all your ideas. But just like give like hints or some like a one statement summary of what you want to do. People might be there who are interested in supporting you and everything like that. So that's another thing I learned this year. Another thing I learned this year was to learn to seize opportunity. The reason why I said that is because of this recent event called Creative Out that I was able to sponsor, to be one of the sponsors rather. So the event actually hosted by my friend. His name is Bayo. He's actually an influencer as well. That's why I can mention his name. I can put links to stuff in the description. He's also working with someone called Panda. His name is Michael. Panda Media is a media agency. They basically release films, movies, and things like that. So I also put this link to their YouTube channel. So he messaged me. I was like, I should come for this event. I was like, should I come for the event? So, and then I was like, I was actually thinking of how I can be on the other side. So like I'm always the type of person that likes to be on the production side of things. So I was like, I actually would prefer to like be on the, I was just thinking about it in my mind. So I asked him about the sponsorship, that what does it entail? And then he was like, you can sponsor and cash your kind, you can pay to be on the backdrop, things like that. I was like, okay, what do you mean by cash and kind? Like, what kind of kind do you give me? So he said everything. I was like, okay, now do you guys have brand strategy in place? You guys have your branding, all those things, basically things that Serifix offers. And he was like, no, they actually needs that as an help, because he just have one graphic designer and he doesn't even know what to tell him to do. So I was like, okay, I can come in there as a sponsor and I'll basically handle your brand strategy and everything like that. Something that I actually still want to continue with them, because they actually do have a lot of work to do when it comes to branding and marketing, and I'm willing to help them out with that. But then that's just basically how I was able to seize the opportunity, because normally I would have just said I'm not interested, because I hardly go out and I was like scared. I'm still a bit scared of going out actually, and I'm like, okay, let me just try, since I've been telling myself I'll start going out. Even my friend was like, I should go, things like that. So I just decided to just seize the opportunity, and it turned out well. And that thing will be, do not underestimate yourself. The reason why I said is because I think I already put it up a story time. I'll link it up in the cards, about how, because I underestimated my skills, I would have basically gotten a particular client that I lost, and that client was worth millions of naira, and I lost the client. So basically I just learned a lot from that whole situation, and I have a full video, a detailed video on everything that I learned, particularly from that situation. But I'll just say that do not underestimate yourself as a person, and I know that obviously things will definitely always work out, so do not underestimate yourself. Like, don't ever underestimate yourself. So you guys can check the full video if you want to watch what happened. And that thing is, don't be afraid to try new things. The reason I said that is because of this Udemy thing. My mentor actually told me to try Udemy around July, and I was like, no, that's Udemy. I won't be able to control a lot of things. I won't be able to really control the sales and things like that. I was like, let me just do my own and just market it by myself. After marketing and everything, I'm going to be able to have 2 students. I haven't really marketed, but I know that I've been able to have 2 students so far based on referrals and things like that. So when I now finally put up my course on Udemy in October, I was kind of having this little bit of regrets that I should have actually put it up in July. I would have made so much money from it right now that would actually help me in my business next year that I want to launch Australia. So that's another thing. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't just turn things down without kind of having a valid reason. It's not like Udemy is bad or anything. And then if anything comes to worst, I will just take down my course. I could have just put it up there and just test. But yeah, another thing. Exercise and skincare. No, I'm not even joking again this year, because this next year, because this year it was just up and down. I was just doing anyhow. I was just doing anyhow, just exercise here, exercise there. It was just not consistent at all. I really want to do a lot of exercise, and I want to do a lot of skincare. I need to take my skincare seriously. I keep just telling myself I have good skin. I do have good skin. But then I still have to clean my skin. I can't just leave my skin like that. I have to take care of it again. So I'm going to do a lot of buying of so many things that I need this year, and I'm also going to try and at least buy some clothes and shoes and bags. I need to take care of myself as a woman. I'm always business. But yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to work on this coming year. May God fund my hustle. That's just what I would say. I also plan to start a Telegram community next year, and I want to do that when I've been able to get my followers up to 3,000 followers on Instagram and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's my goal for the year. I know it's going to be more than that, because we're consistent, yes, but I'm just going to put that goal because I've never really had too much like that before. So I'm not going to put that as above what I've seen for myself. So that's kind of realistic for me. And I want to start a Telegram community, even if it's just 50 people in that community, I don't mind, or 20 safe, I don't mind. I just want to have a community where we constantly talk about things in our business, share ideas, and just sort of like a family for entrepreneurs, to just connect and feel comfortable with each other. You're also welcome if you're creative. If you're just doing influencing or freelancing, you're also welcome as well. I'm going to put more information about that online, so you guys should stay tuned. So yeah, that's everything for this video. I hope you guys are inspired. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys know what to plan for yourself next month concerning your business, next year rather concerning your business. And I hope it's going to be successful next year. You guys should share your goals and everything yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.